Boom, 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 boom. What's up? What's up? What's going on? What up, Latoya? What's up? Hit the like button coming through the door, y'all. Hit the like button coming through the door. Cali Park, what up? That's what's up. Finally caught a live. That's what's up. YouTube live. Hit the like button coming through the door, y'all. What's going on? Should have posted I was going live on YouTube. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Give people a little more time to get in here because they don't know. Hit the like button coming through the door. Hit the like button coming through the door. Yesenia, what's up? Yesenia, all about your loving. Yesenia. What's going on, y'all? For all of you that don't know, I am Heaven Hollywood, and my page has been disabled. Oh yes, oh yeah. I know you fine and juicy. It's like the last time I saw you. Fine and juicy. Yes. We'll give people a little more time to get in here. We'll go over what happened. What's up, Joseph Tanner? Thank you for that, Joseph Tanner. We're going to give people a little more time to get in here. I'll explain what happened for the people who did not see my live on Facebook, explaining what happened with the Instagram page. Now, I have people working trying to get the page back, but if it don't come back, it don't come back. All right? So the people that refollows, I'll know that that's the people who really fuck with me. That page had 13,000 followers, but not all 13K was people who really fuck with me. There's a lot of people on that page who didn't like me, but they just wanted to follow because they didn't want to miss out on the live. They didn't want to miss out on the jewels, and then they get a chance to come on and be like, oh, that's bullshit. So they follow just to hate. But we'll see who refollows. And the ones that refollows, really fuck with me. So I don't know whether I'm getting that page back or not. They pretty much wanted to pay me to change my content. That was their exact words. Their exact words was, if we give you a blue check, would you change your content? Because Instagram is cracking down on their content. Basically, what so they offered me a blue check. Yep, they offered me a blue check, a verification check. Said they would verify my account. Because in the past, I've tried to verify it with Instagram, and I got turned down. So now this time, they came to me. We have to say we got new guidelines. Basically, the guidelines are post about what we say you can post about, and that's it. Especially during lives, where it's in real time, and once it's said, it's hard for them to get it off because somebody will be on screenshotted it or something. So they basically said, oh, we'll verify your account. We're looking for Instagram content sharers. They didn't say content creators. They said we're looking for Instagram contact sharers. I mean, so basically, content sharers. So basically, the content we ask you to share, we'll give you a blue check, and that's the agenda we want you to push. Okay, Joseph Tanner. So basically, that's what they want people to do. I'm so flossy, bitch, get off me. Hit the like button coming through the door. I got 23 people in here. I need 23 likes at least. It's going to be behind the chat button if you don't see it. So when I pretty much said, no, I don't need a verification. I don't need my account verified. Whatever. I said I gave you the number of celebrities that follow my account. You know what I'm saying? And if celebrities follow my account, then that should be enough. I've had videos. I got a business LLC in the same name, the Heaven Hollywood Experience. So I got stuff in my name. I submitted multiple videos to them, media coverage videos, and it wasn't good enough for them. But now they wanted to give me a check if I change my content. But if I change my content, I wouldn't be who I am. I don't want to be up on YouTube, up on Instagram, talking about shit I really don't want to talk about. And sharing content that they want me to share. So I was like, nah, I'm good. Next thing I know, I can't log in. No, this happened, and then I was good for that day. All right, Joseph. I thank you for that message. Please don't put that anymore because it's starting to spam the room. But thank you for that message, Joseph Tanner. But don't put, please, I request you not to keep putting that. It's going to spam the room. So, after that, after I said I don't need a verification check, but thank you, I went on. I did a live that day. And then the next morning, I also signed on. And then maybe like 3 hours after that, I was logged out of my account and said, your account has been disabled. No reason why. They didn't say, oh, for violating this, violating that. Okay. So, all right, so violate, they didn't say, oh, you violated this rule, you violated that term, that and the other. But they just said, it's been disabled. Then they said, uh, if you want to request a appeal, then fill out this information, send it to us, and within 24 hours we will contact you and let you know whether you have the right to appeal or not. At that point I said, yeah, I'll just make another page. So, hit the like button coming through the door, y'all. Same amount of likes in the room as people in the room, please. So that's basically what happened. Yeah, I'm having somebody dispute it for me because I really don't have the time, Flossie, or the patience. So I have somebody doing that for me. Thank you, Coco. So y'all just hit the notification bell here on the YouTube channel and follow the new page. And if we get that other page back, so be it. I'll still keep this page. I'm trying to hit up the celebrities that were following my page to have them follow this one. I didn't even have to tell Cardi B. She followed before I even told her. So maybe she saw it on Spill of Sugar. She refollowed my new page. But then I had other celebrities like Ray J, Tay Diggs, Charlie Baltimore, Lady Luck, Eric Sermon, some of the people that I fuck with, that they act what's her name, Sarah Jessica Park, like people like that was following my first page. Now I gotta try to hit them up. So a couple of executives, but the people that I talk about, they weren't following unless they were following on, a dummy page. Y'all hit the like button coming through the door. So we're gonna start talking about we want to talk about Cardi B. Congratulations to Cardi B. She won the lawsuit that her former manager had put on her, was suing her for $10 million, and saying that he pretty much discovered her, and he's the reason why she made it big. He's partially the reason why she made it big. And he was looking for money from her first album, from Bodak, from the single Bodak Yellow, from Invasion of Privacy, And Cardi B was saying that he was really only involved in 3 songs off of the first album, which was Come Up 10, Bodak Yellow, and there was one other record he said he was involved with. So this lawsuit was lasting a long time. In the meantime, the money that was due to her was being held up. So all her royalties that was due from Atlantic Records was being held up in this lawsuit. So while that's being held up, this really stopped any new contracts from being renegotiated. Right. So while they were waiting on this, uh, while they were waiting for this case to be resolved, Atlantic just gave her a bag, kind of like to hang around. Like, I know we can't do the deal right now because of the legal ramifications, but just so you know that we're interested in keeping you on this label and keeping you for your services, we're going to just hand you a bag, $1 million or whatever they gave up front, $250,000, whatever they gave her, kind of like to hold her in place. Like, I know we can't do the deal right now, but here's $1 million or whatever, $250,000, just to let you know. Thank you, Jayla. Placeholder money. Exactly. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Just to hold you in place, to let you know that we're not trying to jerk you, but we can't do anything. Right? We can't do anything. I think she's definitely going to win the one with Tasha K, Flossie. I think she definitely going to. Now she can fully concentrate on that one. And Tasha K's already, the judge, from what I hear, is already throwing out every single thing she's bringing to the table. Because Tasha K's hurting her credibility. Yeah, Tasha K's hurting her credibility by the stuff she puts up on a daily basis. And Cardi's lawyers are going to bring that to the table. Like, look at what she does to other artists and the other celebrities. So they're going to bring that to the table. And they're going to say, she just moved into a house, so what type of financial damage did Cardi do to her or her brand? Tasha K thinking that she can, slander her name enough for Cardi to say, I'm just going to sell out of court. But Tasha K don't have the power to do that, or the viewership. So now Cardi should be getting the $30 million that she made off of her music. She should get that, and then of course she has to pay out whoever gets money off of that, and then she'll pocket the rest. So out of this $30 million of royalties that she made off of her music, I'll say she'll probably get about 20 million of that. She has to at least pay out or at least half of it, 15 million, because to pay out whoever was not getting paid from those royalties not coming. So whether it's a producer, whether it is the writers or whatever, so she has to pay out their money. Right, what's up, Reese? So she'll probably get between 15 and 20 million of that money. She won't get it all because she still got people she has to pay out. They settled out of court, but he's only getting he didn't get what he asked for. He didn't get what he asked for. He wanted $10 million. He didn't get $10 million. That's why they say she won the lawsuit, because he wanted $10 million, but he didn't get $10 million. So what she paid him out for was what he was responsible for. You know, he was pretty much, he tried to get everything after she signed on with, with her husband's managers. So he got probably 5, 7. He got 5 to 7, probably around $5 to $7 million. Which, hey, he's a millionaire. If he spent it right, he'll be set for the rest of his life. You can stretch out $5 million over the course of your life if you live right. So, but the reason why they say she won the lawsuit, the $30 million, is now it was $30 million being held up in royalties. He was trying to get some of that. See what I'm saying? He was trying to get some of the royalties. He was trying to say that, oh, he deserves, some of those royalties off the album. But she proved that he was only really involved in 3 cuts from Invasion of Privacy. Right? Like, I Like It Like That, and the other one, he had nothing to do with that. So he was trying to say, oh, it's because of me that she made it as big as she was, because I signed her on the management and I submitted her album to these different places. And he said that he made her notable on social media in order for her to get picked up by. That was his whole lawsuit. He wanted to say that it was because of him she got all this notoriety and got picked up by Love and Hip Hop. See? So that's what he was saying in his original lawsuit. His original lawsuit was, she got big because I made it possible for her to get on Love and Hip Hop. And then everything was a snowball effect. So that's the reason why. I mean, but that's the same thing. Neek, that's just like Fendi. That's just like Fendi and Nicki. It's the same thing. Fendi put Nicki on. Fendi picked the name Nicki Minaj. But Fendi didn't get no money like that. You see? That's the whole thing. Fendi put on Nicki Minaj. Nicki wasn't even named Nicki Minaj. So it's the same thing. And Debbie was managing her even further than Fendi. And Debbie don't still make money off of Nicki. Debbie's the one who took Nicki to Young Money. But Debbie don't still make money off Nicki. So now the money that was being held up by Atlantic, now she get the royalty money. She'll pay out who she needs to pay out. She don't have a smart move with her is the money that Atlantic gave her as placeholder money. She paid out her publicist. She paid out her advisor and whoever else she had to pay out. She was also taking the money that she got from WAP, and she paid those people out of that money she made off of WAP. Because now when she gets, because she always said, she was telling people close to me, she said, I know this money is coming. So I already know I got that money in my back pocket. So the money that I'm making now off of sponsorship or whatever, I'm gonna pay my people that money, because when it comes time for me to get the royalty, I don't have to give it to nobody. So she moved smart with that. With that, now she's pretty much out of. Y'all, let me know whether you can hear me. Well, Nikki Fendi, then she went to Deb in Atlanta. Deb was able to get her shows and stuff like that that Fendi couldn't get. And then she went to Young Money. So if you look at Nikki's career and look at other people's career, no artist keeps the same manager throughout their career. No artist. I guarantee you that all these artists, unless they got homegrown management, like Drake has his own management, and much them dudes from his hood. But when you got industry managing you, you're not gonna keep the same manager. None of these artists have the same manager, hardly. Or none of them keep the same manager. Rihanna done changed management. Beyonce changed management. All of these artists, Mary J. Blige done had God knows how many managers through her lifetime. Taylor Swift changed management. All of them. Ariana Grande changed management. So a lot of people, Ariana may not change yet. I think she's had Scooter Braun from the beginning. Hey, Jalen. What do you want? I'm doing something right now. What do you want? Right, but this is the thing. The publishing, yeah. No, what I mean when I say paying out everybody, her agent or whatever money goes, it gets paid out. But if her money's being held up in a lawsuit, that means everybody's money's getting held up in a lawsuit. You see what I'm saying? The people that wrote the song, and they got their money. Anybody that produced the record, they keep going in and out because somebody called me and messed everything up. All right, so can y'all hear me? I can explain this. All right. So as far as publishing money goes, right? When you get a record from someone, okay, they get paid pretty much 2 times, unless they're ghostwriting for you. If they're a ghostwriter, you pay them 1 time, and you take credit for writing it. So that means you paid them up front. That's a ghostwriter. People are confusing people with writing credits and people that do collaborations. They're confusing that with a ghostwriter. A ghostwriter is just that. You never know their name. You never know that they wrote the song. That's an agreement between you and them. You pay them up front for the song. Okay? And once you pay them, okay. This thing is annoying. Yeah, I ain't got time to be dealing with trolls. I'm already annoyed. So, once you pay them, that's it. Now, if they are writing on the record and collaborating on the record, they get money up front. Um, they'll get money up front, and then they get points on the back. What are you doing? Why? They get money up front, and then they get points on the back end. Now, once they get the money up front, if they're getting points on the back end, and she's held up in a lawsuit, they can't get that money until that lawsuit is squared away. They agreed in the contract to take points on the back end of the record. So that means they get a little bit less up front for the song, and then depending on how well the song does, they'll get money on the back end. Okay. Now, you agreed to go along with whatever happens with that record. This is what happened to DJ Quick with the record So Addictive. He's so contagious, returns my pages, he got me aging, he's what I'm waiting for. That's what happened to DJ Quick. He took points on the back end for producing the record. The record got tied up in a whole bunch of legal ramifications, and he lost out on a lot of money. So then he tried to sue Dr. Dre. He tried to sue Aftermath because he produced the record. However, Dr. Dre tried to sue DJ Quick because DJ Quick produced the record, but he had a whole bunch of samples in there that he didn't clear. And I guess he thought that the people from India or whatever was never going to realize it. And they realized it. The people who originally made that record. That's a sample of another record. That's a sample of another record. So DJ Quick found this record from India or wherever it was from, and he sampled the record. And what ended up happening is the people from India heard it and was like, hey, that's our record. It was some Indian girls. They did a dance to it and everything. They even took the choreographing and even choreographed their dance routine around it. So that record was tied up in a long lawsuit for years. And it pretty much ran Truth Hurts out of business because Truth Hurts was getting ready to blow up. She was going to be a huge artist. She was very talented. She had an incredible voice. So Truth Hurts was about to blow up behind that record. She was in on the choreographing of it. She was a good writer. So Truth Hurts was she was gonna be the next big thing. But DJ Quick messed her up by pretty much giving her an illegal track. Now that's why sometimes you can find that record on YouTube, sometimes you can't. It's half the time it's off of YouTube, then they get it back on. It wasn't on Spotify for the longest. I don't even know if it's on Spotify now. You couldn't find it on Spotify. It was like now, thank you. I did that very same video. I got a video of that. Tina Robinson, thank you for bringing that up. I made the video. What's up, Marcel? I made the video, and people got on me talking about it's not their responsibility. Well, yes, it is. Yes, it is, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. And I said in my video, no, it's not Lil Uzi's responsibility. It's not Lil Yachty's responsibility. It's not the Baby and Lil Baby. It's not their responsibility. But you know whose responsibility it is? Russell Simmons, Run DMC, LL Cool J, Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, Nas, Fresh Prince. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. Jermaine Dupri, who they let you be a dancer, and you were their last known manager in the industry. Jermaine Dupri, you pretty much got your start from dancing for Houdini on tour. As a youngster, they were taking you on tour, and you were getting a check to dance for them. And you're going to tell me you're going to let his family put up a GoFundMe to fund his funeral? But y'all are giving Nipsey Hussle a Michael Jackson funeral. Jay-Z, you was on tour with Houdini. You was on tour with Houdini. LL Cool J, you was on tour with Houdini. Will Smith, you was on tour with Houdini. Russell Simmons, you was managing tours that Houdini was on. And you're going to tell me y'all can't come up with $5,000 a piece to give this man's family? Y'all blow $5,000, $10,000 in the strip club, $20,000 in the strip club, and then you want to talk about black excellence. Black excellence. How is it black excellence when one of the goats of the industry his family can't even afford to put him in the ground decently. And nobody gonna step up and say, I got that. But JD got 10 grand. JD got 10 grand. I mean, what is a decent funeral? 20,000? JD just was executive producer of his own TV show. I know he got millions for that deal. He probably got millions for that TV show. So I know he got 20 grand to give to somebody who pretty much started him in the industry. If it wasn't for Houdini, JD would have never been in the industry at all. Nobody would have never knew who JD was. Exactly. He owns all those artist masters. Now, I'll tell you this, Reese. I don't know whether he had sold them or not when he went into when he needed money. Who knows? JD may have sold those masters already. He may have sold all those artist masters, but he got money for them. If he did sell them, he has the money for them. And I'm sure he's getting money off the Confessions. He got songs written on Confessions. He got the Emancipation. Stop doing that. The Emancipation of Mimi, Confessions. JD gonna get paid off for that forever. So he got $10,000. Hey, I'm gonna put, here's my contribution, $10,000. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating that everything that this dude did for hip hop, they turned all the back, but they quick to go pay some a designer. They quick to go pay some white dude the money. They quick to go put up money for some white artist or whatever who passed away. Jay-Z always want to talk about black excellence this, black excellence that. You came up under Houdini. To see these brothers out here struggling, not looking good, looking like they struggling with their health. As much money as Jay-Z and Diddy, and especially Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons used to do tours with Houdini on it. And like I said, I'm not going to hold Little Uzi. I'm not going to hold the Baby, Little Baby, the Migos. I'm not going to hold them responsible. Because they new in the game. Now, 20 years down the line, if Lil Uzi is strung out on drugs and the Migos are big executives in music and still got millions, and they don't do nothing to help Lil Uzi, then that's going to be on them. That's the whole thing, Chanel. That's the thing I try to come up with years. There should be a hip-hop union. There should be a union for all old retired rappers that has put in work in the hip hop community and helped grow the hip hop community and has helped make these record labels, excuse me, billions of dollars, there should be some sort of union in place for these rappers. So at least they'll have health insurance, a life insurance policy. So when they're gone, at least their family won't be struggling. You know what I mean? Like, you see these dudes like Grandmaster D, the DJ. He's been strung out on drugs for years. Nobody gonna go and say, yo, Grandmaster D, man, yo, you need some help. There should be some sort of hip-hop union where these dudes get a pension, a yearly check. All the people that's out there in music right now, the record labels that are benefiting off of streaming, wherein these other artists before streaming didn't exist. So they didn't get a chance to benefit off of streaming. All of these record labels that's benefiting off of streaming, all of they should be responsible for anybody that was on that label previous that sold 1 million records or whatever the case may be and help build the hip-hop to where it is today. They should be covered under the union, the hip-hop union. And I don't care what nobody has to say about it. Just because times change, that does not diminish what they did for hip-hop and what they did for the culture. It's a $1 billion culture. It's a $1 billion industry now. Bow Wow don't have money like that no more. I seriously doubt Bow Wow's still a millionaire. He can floss and flaunt all he wants. I seriously doubt that if you look in Bow Wow's bank account, he got $1 million in there. I'll be willing to bet he don't. I'll be willing to bet he don't. Anyway. So, that's why these rappers are out here, and I got even more people DMing me saying, I'm glad you brought up the rappers who are out here scamming people. I would have thought that more blogs or whatever would have picked up that story, but that just goes to show a lot of these bloggers or whatever, they don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about dumb stuff. Who's cheating on who and this, that, and Danny Lay and the baby mom. You need to be bringing this up about these rappers out here scamming other artists. Why am I the only person talking about it? How come that video didn't go viral? But Danny Lay and the Baby goes viral. People should be putting these rappers on blast that are out here scamming people out of their hard-earned money. I shouldn't have to be the only one putting my feet to the fire. I got a pretty good relationship with the brat, but the brat scammed my nephew out of $800. So you gotta be put on blast for that. What was your question, Jalen? Their handlers would stop them? You think their handlers would stop who? No, but I don't think they do it. I don't think they would. If like I said, if it I got the question, Jayla. If it was a union in place where they had to sign on to do it in order to make money, they'd have no choice. What are you doing? If they say you have to sign, just like if you go to a job, if there's a union, you can't say, I don't want to be a part of the union. Okay, then you can't work here. This is a union job. So anybody who says, no, I don't want to pay into the hip-hop union, I don't want these old heads making money off of me, then you should make them, okay, so then you got to give up your streaming rights or something along those lines where, okay, well, you can't fully benefit off of the industry if you're not going to sign on to the union and give a proceeds of your money, I don't care if it's 0.1% or whatever, to the hip-hop to pay your union dues. Out of every check you receive, union dues have to come out of it. If you don't want to be a part of it, then you know what? You can't get streaming money, or you can't get Spotify money, or something like that. For all these rappers out here that was out and giving all these big hits in the 80s and 90s, now you see them, they all sick, up in the hospital, can't pay for their hospital bills. I mean, come on, man. These black brothers just falling, just dying because they can't afford to go to the heart doctor, or they can't afford to go to, the kidney doctor. Biz Markie, perfect example. You got Biz Markie sitting up in here, damn near dying, diabetic. Can't nobody step up and say, "Yo, let's take him to a rehabilitation center. Let's take him to the fat farm." Not trying to be funny, or whatever, and pay for him to get a nutrition plan. Pay for him to get well. If that's not going to happen, these rappers are going to be dropping dead every time you turn around. These rappers in their 50s and late 40s and 50s, dropping dead. And Biz Markie put a lot of people on and wrote for a lot of people. Biz Markie put on Big Daddy Kane. Now, I don't know how much money Big Daddy Kane got. I'm not in his pockets. I don't know how much money Big Daddy Kane got. But more than likely, he's not a millionaire still. He probably got some money. But if he didn't invest in anything, if he didn't invest in no businesses or whatever, and he's still just living off the money that he got from his record label back then, he's probably not a millionaire still. The older rappers in the 80s and 90s, they didn't have the benefit of what people nowadays have. These people are making money hand over fist off of YouTube, off of the internet. And the older rappers didn't have the benefit of the internet. It was strictly how many records you sold, and most of them didn't even own their masters then. How many records you sold, and what you got paid to do a show. That's how most of the rappers got paid. Except for the ones that branched out into movies like Kid and Play, Will Smith, LL Cool J, branched out into TV and the movies. Then they started getting a little bit more network money. These rappers, you're absolutely right, Floss. These rappers are dying young, and they're all black. Instead of people sitting around, people like DJ Envy sitting around, oh, you think he still got money? I heard they was going broke. I heard this. Sitting around laughing over the fact whether who still got money or not. How about helping them? This is a dude who New Edition came on his radio show, and he couldn't wait to ask them. So, yeah, because I heard, one of you were involved in real estate, and he trying to find out whether they broke or not. Like he gets some sort of pleasure out of that. As much as New Edition did for this freaking industry. They came to an agreement. The reason why I say win is that $30 million that was being held up. She doesn't have to give up any of that. That's why I say it was a win. I already know what happened with the lawsuit. Meaning, he didn't get what he wanted. So it was a win. Because he wanted more than what he got. What he ended up getting, that's not what he asked for. He didn't get what he asked for. Trust me, he told G the whole case. She told G the whole case. What was the hold up, what they were waiting on, what he wanted. She said they came to an agreement a long time ago. But then every time they was about to end it, he came back and said, no, I want more. So he didn't end up getting what he wanted in the end. So that is a... Now, the way people interpret it, that's on them. The way people want to interpret it, it's really not media's job to make people interpret it the way they want. All they have to do, they don't have to worry about headlines. All they have to do is go read what happened. See, that's the difference. I read what happened. And I already knew what was happening. So if somebody wants more money and they end up getting... connection. But regardless, the lawsuit's over. Whatever royalties they were holding up, she now I don't get all that. I don't know why people want her to get sued. That doesn't do anything for anyone's life. Or people want her to 130. Oh, she won 30. No, she didn't. She didn't sue him for $30 million. I know a lot of Bardi gang was going around saying, "Oh yeah, she got $30 million." No, no, she didn't. She didn't sue anybody. She countersued. She countersued him for $30 million. But what ended up happening was they came to an agreement of what he was going to get. And now he's out of her life. So now he can't come back later on for more money. So he probably got, if he was suing her for 10, he didn't get 10. So he probably got 5, 7 in that area. Hell, it's way more than what he'd have if he didn't have her. So he got about $5 million, $7 million. Of course, he got to pay his court fees out of it. However much he got to pay the lawyer, because I know he didn't have that money up front. And the same thing he did, that's what Fendi should have did with Nick. But Fendi, no, I don't want to. You know, we was friends. We had a handshake agreement. Sorry, brother. When it come down to money, them handshake agreements don't mean nothing. So Fendi should have took Nikki to court, because she gave him $15,000 and he accepted it. So now you can't just accept the 15 grand, and now that she's worth 100 million, say, "Oh, I made you. I was never properly paid." Bruh, you should have handled that a long time ago. She gave him 15,000. Boom. Now, just because he went off and made way more, that's his problem. He should have been like, "Nah, I'm not taking 15,000." Hey, that's why you have YB. That's why you have to sign the contract. Like Jay-Z said, it's about that paperwork. It's about the paperwork. If you put it in the paperwork from the beginning, there ain't nothing they can do. You have to put it in the paperwork. If you blow up, or if you are going to a mega proportions, if you're still under contract with me when it happens, you will agree to 20% of your earnings or whatever. If you don't have that in the contract and it happens, it's going to be hard for you to get that money later. Put it in the contract from the beginning. If you really believe that they're going to be stars, if you really believe they're going to truly be a star, then you put that from the beginning. And then when they give you they offer you a little 15,000, you better not take it. Say, nah, this ain't good enough. See, that was Fendi's problem. She was handing him 15 grand. He seen 15,000. Oh shit. He saw 15,000 and thought, wow, what a nice payday. I got 15,000 from her. Now she's worth $100 million. And he asked out. He on Instagram trying to scam chicks out of her own, to getting on camera nude and have people sending him cash apps. When he could have got paid off of Nicki Minaj the same way Michael Bivins got paid off of Boyz II Men. Michael Bivins told Motown, yeah, you can have Boyz II Men. You can have Boyz II Men, but you got to pay me for them. Because these boys are going to be big stars. That's what Michael Bivins told Motown. You can have them because you can take them to another level that I can't take them to. And you can give them a budget that I don't have to give them. However, I know these dudes are going to be big stars under Motown. So you got to pay me. You got to pay me for them. Michael Bivins was smart. And then what happened? They gave him the money, and Boyz II Men blew up, bigger than ever. He may have even undersold them for the amount of records that Boyz II Men end up selling. Michael Bivins may have even undercut himself. And he probably got between 11 and 20 million for Boyz II Men. And he ended up getting their publishing. But then he gave their publishing back to them. He gave a percentage of their publishing back to them, and he kept the other percentage so his mother can pretty much live. He gave the other percentage of publishing to his mama. So that's pretty much it for that. Y'all hit the notification bell, like, comment, subscribe, send this out. We shall be back. Follow the new page. Y'all already know what it is. Reese put the new page up there. It's at Heaven Hollywood _Clark. Peace. Love y'all.